What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another entry. This is entry 13 of the June Vlog Challenge. So it's June 13th, 2019. How's everybody doing? Yes, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not wearing my hat today because I actually got a haircut. And I'm actually kind of proud of this, but that's what I get for getting a haircut. And now it's windy as hell. It's also very windy, and hopefully it doesn't mess up my hair too bad. That's usually why I wear a hat. It's because when I'm out here outside doing the vlog, the wind doesn't screw up my hair as much. So I actually really like the hair. It was starting to get poofy on the sides, and when it starts getting poofy on the sides, it's time to go in and fix it. So there you go. Had a lot of people comment on the Mr. 3000, and I really appreciate all the input that everybody's given me. And let's see if I just started. Let's see, where do I need to start? Let me show more comments. I think this last one had more comments than any of the vlog entries. Here, we'll start here. First, Chili Rizzo said first. Dodger Blue 88 said 12 teams on the fantasy football for the Piglets. If you want to join that, let me know, and I will put your name on a list to get one of the 12 teams to join the Piglet Fantasy Football League that I'm starting this fall. I have 12, so there's me, so that's 11. Dodger Blue 88, 10. I'm sure I can convince Chris to join my league. He'd probably do it in a heartbeat for y'all. And then my buddy Dang. So I have 8 spots open as of right now, so that's cool. So he said 12 teams, and I wasn't asking you what your favorite shirt was. I was telling you that mine is the one that you have, the original gangster shirt. Yeah, my original gangster shirt that had the Joker, Riddler, the Penguin, and I can't remember who else, but it's the original gangsters, and it has all the has some of the well-known Batman villains. I was one of the 200, said Rockets fan, so thank you very much. XXX Day and Night XXX said good job, so thank you very much. My buddy No Life, his name is Dang, says, wow, bro, congratulations on the 200 subs. Wow, really? Hey, I have a question. What is your favorite food truck, and have you ever eaten and where is it location wise? Well, the only food, we have a lot of food trucks here in Amarillo, but I unfortunately haven't had a lot of the food trucks. Actually, I haven't had 99% of them. There's one food truck called Diana's, and they serve breakfast burritos, and it's 3 breakfast burritos about that big for $5. So that's the only food truck that I've had. Those breakfast burritos are fantastic, and they have multiple spots around town, and they actually have one a few blocks down that way closer to my house, so that's awesome. So that's Dang saying he'll join it. Elliot Johnson, go fishing with Wesley Apex. I'd love to go fishing with Wesley. Literally Nothing says I was 2,999. And ZD Num says I was 3,000. I have video proof. So if you want to show me the video, go for it. That'd be kind of cool to see that. Apex sent me, said photo. Jerry says, does your wife get jealous of your fame? What fame? That's not even funny because I don't even have any fame. Wesley said, you don't have to thank me, bro. We're both Texans. We should go fishing sometime. I've been watching you since the food reviews before you got married, and despite not growing much, you continue to upload. So I can't think of a greater guy to shout out. I don't think I would have stuck with you as long as you have. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I try to upload when I can, and I'm glad that I could get the subscribers from you, Wesley. I still greatly appreciate it, man. Wesley says the best condiment is ranch. It goes with everything. I do like me some ranch. Ranch is just, especially anything that is Texas related, ranch is good. And Wesley said, thanks, by the way, for correctly pronouncing my name. I hate it when people call me Wesley. Well, Wesley, oh man, I just got bit by another mosquito, man. That's 2 mosquitoes I've gotten bit by. Dang it. They're out in full force today. Little jerks. Yeah, Wesley, I think it's because of the character from The Princess Bride. That's why I can say Wesley correctly. Also, there is a group at the college I went to at WT called the Wesley, and it's I think it's a Christian organization. So kind of know how to say things. The Shadow of Angel said, "Yeah, this is my new favorite channel." So that's awesome to hear. I'm really glad that you enjoy it. Sports fan just says, "Hey." Jerica G92 said, "Wesley sent me, I subscribe. Thank you very much." German guy said, First. ZD Numb says, "I was a 3,000 subscriber. I have video proof. Go for it." Shout out Angels once again said, "Hey." Dodger Blue said, "Hey, we just won the state semifinals. Good job. Way to go. Keep kicking ass. On to the next round. That's awesome." Nicholas, this is where I fall apart. Nicholas says, "I want the Warriors to win because I'm a Sixers fan. I want the Warriors to lose because I like the Raptors." Grace CP5 says, "Yes, congratulations." So thank y'all very much. I greatly appreciate it. Today was my second to last day at my current job, and I actually took the long route today. I had to go to Borger, which is an hour from here, and then ship up to Guyman, which is another hour and 20 minutes, and that's a 2-hour drive back home. So I took the long run. Matt, the other delivery driver, took the short run. He did one here in town, one which is my wife's shop, one in Canyon, which is about 15 minutes away, and then one in Plainview, which is I think 45 minutes away from Canyon. So he pretty much just drove an hour and then had to come back. So lucky. So hopefully I can get the short route tomorrow on my last day. But my friend Blair that I've gone to school with since I met her in high school. She used to date my friend Valentino. She gave me a shout out on her Facebook, and it turns out that Matt, the other delivery driver, and Blair are friends. So he's like, "What the hell? This guy I've been working with since December, he's never once mentioned a YouTube channel." And then today we had to go drop off my van to get their tires rotated, and he had to come pick me up. And he's like, "So you've been holding out on me?" I was like, "For what? How have I been holding out on you?" He said, "About your YouTube channel." And I was like, I had mentioned like the second week that I started working here that I had a YouTube channel, and you guys just brushed it off. So I did mention it. I did mention it when I first started, and nobody gave a shit. So there you go. But other than that, what I really wanted to talk about today was yesterday. It was my wife and I's fourth year anniversary of talking to each other. We started talking online for a month, and then we eventually met each other a month later, face to face on July 12th. But on June 12th, we started talking. We started messaging each other online back and forth on Plenty of Fish. That's how I met my wife, was Plenty of Fish. So there are plenty of fish in the sea. Try Plenty of Fish. That's how I met my wife. Maybe you can meet your wife, husband, best friend, either or. It doesn't matter. And also, it's kind of a bittersweet day for my household because my wife's mother passed away on that day back when she was, I can't remember if she was 12 or 13, but it's always kind of a bittersweet day for both of us because, yeah, it's the day we started talking, but it's also the day that she lost her mother prematurely at a very, very young age. And didn't really want to talk about it yesterday, but I want to talk about it today and just tell you guys that it's been 4 years and I'm still crazy about her. I still love her to death. She drives me crazy, and in the best way and the worst way possible. It kind of reminds me, just got bit by another one. It kind of reminds me of that video I saw yesterday. It was this guy at a convenience store, and he's like, the video shows him like looking at condoms. He's like, "Hey, my girlfriend's spending the night, gonna need some of these." And then he reaches down further, and it's headache medicine. He's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby." I was this close to sending that to my wife, but I was like, nah, not today. And I still kind of feel guilty, but last year I invited Chris and his sister Ashley to come over and play basketball with me on her mother's anniversary. Actually, no, I botched that. It's her mom's birthday. Her mom's birthday was yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I corrected myself before she watched this. So, baby, if you watched that earlier, I know that it was a mess up, but I keep watching. I correct myself. But in all honesty, uh, I still kind of feel guilty about that last year. I definitely didn't win Husband of the Year the first year that we were married in that category whatsoever. So, yeah, that was kind of one of my biggest regrets in this life. But let's not talk about sad stuff. Let's talk about like me killing these mosquitoes with my bare hands. Actually, I'm just gonna take on a whole army of mosquitoes because now I have like 4 or 5 bites on my ankles just from sitting here for 10 minutes. But anyway, I also wanted to share a couple of details with y'all. I mentioned this a few years back, but I still haven't started working on it again, which it drives me crazy because I really need to start working on it. Back in college, when I went to Emerald College, I started a story, and it's like a horror survival story, and I had to rush the ending. I hated the ending. It was way too short. I should have made it longer. But for those of you that don't know, it's a story that I worked on about me waking up in present day in my childhood home, but my childhood home is pretty much just a hoarder's wet dream is pretty much what it is, because there's like trash all over the place, cigarette butts, busted beer bottles, there's a dead dog in the kitchen sink, and this is a dream that I had. So I put dream to paper, or dream to pen to paper, and pretty much wrote down all the details that I could remember from that dream. Like I woke up and I instantly started writing notes about it. And so at the end of the semester, we had to have a story written. And he said you have 2 options. One, you can write one giant story, or you can write 2 different stories, like a 2-parter, like a part 1 and part 2. And so I decided to do a part 1 and part 2. So I gave him like the first half of my story, and Professor Abel pulled me aside after class, and he says, I can't accept this. And I was like, okay, I messed up. I got way too violent. There are a few, the imagery with this story is not for the faint of heart. And there are a few things in this story that are very grotesque, and I should probably seek a therapist with some of the things that I wrote. And he said, yeah, I can't accept this. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to have to rewrite a story. I'm going to have to do it all over again, but on a new story. He said, I need to know how this ends. I was like, wait, you liked it? He's like, I like it enough that I cannot accept this as just a part 1 of 2. You need to write me the full-blown story and give it to me by the due date. So there you have it. And so I wrote the story, and couldn't come up with an ending to save my life. I actually had a few friends come over. I had Tanner, my sister came over, and then my friend Matt, who unfortunately I'm no longer friends with, came over and helped me with the ending. But I hated the ending. Absolutely hated the ending. I thought it actually kind of brought the story down, and I was just like, whatever. So I have an ending in mind now. It's taken me, God, what has it been? Like 5 years to write this ending. But, God, longer than that. Yeah, about 5 years to write this ending. But I still have a good ending that, in all honesty, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It could be an ending that wraps up the entire story with just one entry, or it's kind of like an open-ended in case I ever, want to write a sequel to it. So regardless, it's a great story. If you guys want to know more information about it, I guess send me your email in a private message, or on my Facebook, or what have you, even on my Snapchat, Colin Porkchop. And no, it's gotta be email. So I'll just send you an email of my like rough draft of it. And if you guys like it, let me know. Critique it for me. Tell me if it makes sense. If you got a good imagery of it, whatever. But I have like the roughest of the rough draft. Like it is like the alpha of the story, and I still need to go back and put all the details in. So if you want a copy of that, just let me know. Shoot me your email. You can comment down your email if you don't care if people know your email address, and we'll go from there. So when I originally wrote the story, it was called The Hell on Chisholm Trail, because that's where I grew up, was Chisholm Trail here in Amarillo. I lived there from birth until about 9 years old, and then I moved in with my grandmother until I pretty much got married. But it was called Hell on Chisholm Trail, but the new title, I took a Silent Hill title and a Kiss song title, and I kind of put it as the title. So it's called Childhood's End, Shattered Memories, is what I called it. And or maybe just Childhood's End, or maybe just Shattered Memories, whatever you guys think I should call it. Again, I'm up for suggestions. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, was that story. And something I've been thinking about. I think about that story at least once a day. And I was like, you really need to get your ass in there. You need to finish that story. In all honesty. So also, real quick, I have a Throwback Thursday shirt. This is Santa Fe Restaurant and Bar. It was a restaurant that was around here in town when I was a kid. And it unfortunately closed down when I was about a teenager. But they have these shirts, and I had like a closet full of them at one point. But here it is right here. Here's I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can see it. It's a O-Bean 1 Kenobi. So O-Bean 1 Kenobi, and then they had like a Smokey and the Bean dip, and then they had Enchilada Jones and the Kingdom of the Enchilada Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, or something like that. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, obviously, and then they had the Red Hot Chili Peppers logo with the Chili Peppers as the band. But it was a fun restaurant, and I saw this in the back of my closet, and I was like, I'm going to wear this. I haven't worn this in years, and I'm going to try it on, see if it still fits. Because a couple of years ago, I couldn't fit into it. And also, something I forgot to tell you guys, my wife and I are actually on a diet, and I've actually lost 8 pounds since we started 3 weeks ago. So I'm really happy with the progress so far. We need to start doing the exercises again, but I've lost 8 pounds since I started this diet, and it's a metabolic confusion, which pretty much is a low carb diet. It's not like keto. I could still have like certain things. I can have low carb bread, but and I can have fruit and red meat and stuff like that. But I like it so far. Metabolic confusion. It's like a 90-day process, and then 90-day of low carb, and then after the 90 days, you kind of do like a carb cycle. It's like 1 week really high carb, and then the next week low carb. I'm sure that's how it works. I'm sure my wife will correct me if she watches this. But it's very interesting. Like I said, I've lost 8 pounds in 3 weeks, and kind of plateaued, but we'll eventually get to it, I believe. My goal is to get down to my high school weight, which is 245 is what I weighed in high school, and that's still a little big, but it's a lot better than what I'm at right now, which I'm at like 264, I think is what I'm at right now. So, in case all you guys are wondering, how much do you weigh? 264 is what I currently weigh right now. I started, I weigh less than that, because I started at 271, and then and 3 weeks later on the diet, I'm down to 262. So, 263. I can't math right now. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, guys, please keep sending me your questions. Would you like to see a rough draft of my story? Let me know if you guys want to get in on that. Let me know if you want to get in on the fantasy football. What should I do in the fall? Should I do the Toronto Huskies playthrough? If you guys want me to do the Toronto Huskies playthrough, do you guys want me to do an edited version, or do you guys want me to do like a live stream? Just let me know, you guys. Where do you want this channel to go in the future? I know that you guys want me to keep doing these vlogs, and I think I might. I think I might keep doing these vlogs because I have so much fun talking to you guys and reading comments and stories and stuff you guys send me, and it's just awesome. So, guys, thank you all so much once again for dropping by. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Wesley, thank you once again so much for 200 subscribers, and hopefully I can reach my goal of 4,000 right now. I think right now I'm at like 3,086. I think is what I'm at right now. Let me double check real quick. Let me check real quick. Don't allow. Let's just randomly ask me questions here. Matt, what, 3,086 last time I saw. Oh, 3,087. So I've actually got one more since then. So that's great. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Porkchop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.